Hello, welcome. This is the almond and olive tree from Heart of the Moon. Welcome to another rendition of Moonology. This one is going to be spring and summer Moonology. The intent is to synergize the strawberry and buck full moon into a reading, into a timeless message. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I hope everyone's doing well. And it's also going to double as a chakra reading. See what Spirit has to do. Has any messages around balancing our chakras. This is initiatory type of full moon. Capricorn and the crab have agreed to a time, and the crab has finalized a time on a huge cycle. The divine universe is very strikingly shocking and breathtaking how divine timing is so accurate. With the crab and the goat finalizing a time up on a cycle. No sooner after we'll take it, is an initiation. It's an initiation into a new process. So this full moon is ending and beginning at the same time. Thank you. Okay. Now these two cards. Okay, yeah. Okay, those two cards, I guess. Yeah, those two cards. That was easy. That's always nice when they come out that quickly. And then these two cards are going to... These two cards represent the full moons. These two cards represent the energy, the extension of their energies. And these two cards overlap the energies. And then we're going to get, as usual, we're going to get another card to unify all the energies. Okay. All those cards came out. Alrighty. So you know what we do? Do it again. If you wanted those cards, we'll take them. We'll take those cards. Okay. Okay, that was quick. Thank you, Spirit. All right, the crab is really important, as is the goat. The goat, if you recall the myth of the goat, the sea goats, Prakis. The sea goats wanted to explore their self-expression. So they went on land and became ordinary goats. So they de-evolved from sea goats to goats. So as time progressed, they de-evolved. So it was like a paradox of time. So de-evolve, if that's even a word, but I guess it's a word now. But I've heard it used before. I'm pretty sure it's a word, de-evolve. So the sea goats came out from the sea and came onto land, and they became ordinary goats. So they de-evolved. This was their higher version, and they went to a lower version. So it was a paradox of evolution, really. But Prychus loved his children so much, he desired for his children to explore their creativity and self-expression. But at the same time, he desired for them to return to a higher version of themselves. So that's where the goat teams up with the crab. The crab can walk on land and go to water. So the crab is a symbolism of returning to a higher version of ourselves. So the crab energy can help Prychus' children return back to a higher version of themselves. And that symbolizes a solar eclipse. Right? So this, there's a theme around this. That's this type of theme that surrounds this full moon. But a full moon is in opposition. Okay? Chiron and Mars is involved in this full moon that's coming up. Tomorrow, actually, right? But Chiron is a bridge. A full moon typically is a separation, an opposition of the sun and the moon. So it's a weaker aspect. So they oppose each other. They go in this direction, okay? But Chiron is a bridge. Chiron is a paradox. Chiron's energy can be a bridge to this opposition. It can actually bring them together. Almost like a solar eclipse. All right. Talk more about that as we go on. Let's get into these cards. First card is green. Inner child. Beautiful. That's the heart chakra. Beautiful. And this green, this heart chakras come up a lot. Spirit is definitely highlighting something. The inner child. That's something about this full moon as well. It's initiation into something new. It's healing an old wound. When the sun and moon are in opposition, Chiron is a paradox. So this is where Chiron and teamed up with Mars. Mars is the masculine, and Chiron is the feminine. It's the inner. The masculine is the outer. So in this full moon, this is where Chiron can help heal an old wound. of the masculine and feminine. Okay? That's the inner. That's actually, that's actually returning. Returning back to a pure form. So this full moon, Chiron's energy can bring out the inner of the masculine and feminine. Can penetrate inside spiritually and arouse the inner, awaken the inner. So the inner can be expressed outwards. Outwards. This is the masculine. That's Mars. This is the feminine. Chiron. Chiron and Mars are working together to... Chiron is helping to bring out, to bridge the inner and outer. And it's awakening. Chiron is helping to awaken the inner. So it can be united with the outer, the sun, with Mars. Mars is lending its masculine energy. And Mars is ensures a long-lasting success. So the strawberry full moon is like how it sounds. It's ready to be harvested. It's ready. This process is ready. It's harvest time for this process. And the buck full moon is when we get our antlers. Typically is when the stags get their antlers. But in this case, the society can get their antlers. So it initiates a new beginning. It helps to heal this old wound of the masculine and feminine. So the inner can be awakened and be expressed outwards as the masculine. The inner, our inner abundance, like that in a previous reading, the stag spirit came up with the elk, and the antlers symbolize spiritual antlers, and the antlers are the expression of the masculine outwards. So the inward is united with the masculine outwards, which is the antlers. Beautiful. All right, let's continue on. Wow, yeah. Whoa. So this is the heart. Play. This is the third time the energy of the dolphin came up. Spirit is definitely highlighting for everyone to embrace this energy of play, especially around this full moon, because it can So this energy can be drawn inside. If we embrace these type of energies, the outer cosmic type of energy can flow in easily into us and into a process. If we invite in these types of energies, the cosmic energy from the universe can flow in more easily. And it involves some vulnerability as well. Some play, some vulnerability. And that's definitely another energy of this full moon is vulnerability. If our inner is awakened, we're definitely going to feel vulnerable, like a child. And to invite in this type of energy, we can embrace this type of energy, like playful type of energy that can allow joy to come in, and happiness, and love. The heart is green, and this is the heart chakra, and a couple of key words around the heart chakra is love and compassion. Beautiful. All right, let's before we go on to these cards, let's read what the book has to say about the inner child in play. So that's okay. Okay. Inner child, heart chakra. You've called this card and energy into your awareness today because it is time to create a more fulfilling, loving relationship with your inner child. Each person has within them aspects of the child. Those parts of us that can be vulnerable, misunderstood, unloved, not heard, and those wounded feelings we hold onto us. We hold onto as children. When we take these experiences into our adult life, our connection to the inner child is sometimes forgotten. Have you been beating yourself up lately, or been down on yourself and allowed people and situations in your life to affect you negatively? Pulling this card today highlights that you are currently reacting to a situation from the perspective of the inner child. Old wounds may be opened, and you may feel trapped and confused. Know that it's time to give your inner child some love and care. Take some time to tune into this wounded being who lies within you. Ask what he or she requires in order to heal. You may feel drawn to go and see a healer, or to simply take some quiet time to engage in an inner dialogue with this part of you. Whatever is required, know it's a powerful time of healing and breaking free from these old restraints. It's time to set your inner child free and allow this aspect of you to feel safe, loved, and heard. It's time to be fully engaged and present with your inner child to allow deep connection and healing. Love, love, love is the key. It is also very important to allow the inner child out to play. Well, so these two cards just really go great together. Life can become so serious and we forget to play, create joy, and have fun. When was the last time you played and felt like a kid? What does your inner child want to do? Go play on a swing, dance, paint, go to the beach. It's time to let your inner child express himself or herself with play and joy. Affirmation: my inner child is free to express love and joy. Beautiful. And here's the dolphin. It's free to express love and play. And that's what Praekus desired for his children, is to fully express themselves, to express their personal freedom, their self-expression. This is exactly why he wanted his children to explore themselves. All right. So this is play, heart chakra. You've pulled this card today as a reminder to bring more play into your world. Yeah, life may have been getting you down of late, and the worry of your day-to-day commitments may be causing you a mountain of stress. One of the most powerful ways to release the tension and worries of the world is to take some time to play and feel joy. Life can become so intense and serious, and we forget to play, which is the fundamental expression of joy of the soul. It is now time to connect with this joyful aspect of you and embrace the essence of play. When was the last time you played? You may like to take your dog to the park, go to the beach, play a game of sport with friends, whatever it is that allows you to give the gift of play to yourself. It is very important for your growth at this time to allow the energy of play to cleanse mind, body, and spirit. It is a natural state to play and have fun. Playfulness is a powerful medicine for the soul and brings about a deep release, healing stale energies and worries. Play brings about a deep connection to the joy of the cosmos. Yep, exactly. It helps the flow of energy from the cosmos to flow through our chakra system into the heart and into entire selves. It is playfulness is a powerful medicine for the soul and brings about a deep release, healing stale energies and worries. Play brings about a deep connection to the joy of the cosmos. Bring more play into your life today so you can feel the joy of the cosmos flowing through your soul and into your world. Affirmation: I play joyfully in the magic of the universe and I am free to be me. Again, that card came up again. I am free to be me. There you go. And that's exactly what Praekus desired for his children. And when you think about human history, humans have expressed themselves. Think back 12,000 years or so. In the last 12,000 years, humans have gotten the freedom to express themselves and explore their personal freedom. But he also desired for them to return to a higher version of themselves. And I think this is where I believe Spirit is highlighting these cards again, is because it's an end of a cycle. And it's a beginning of a new one. And when we end an old cycle, we close the chapter on things and take on this really new perspective, almost like a Page of Cups type of energy. This cheerfulness and gracefulness. to invite in, to bring in and ring in this new beginning. Like, what do we do when we go to a prom or to a dance? To our first prom, we get dressed. You know, that's the same type of feeling. This is the same type of feeling that I believe the spirit is trying to highlight. It's like the energy of a prom, going out on our first date or a prom, right? We get dressed up and it's special, and the parents get really excited and take pictures and everything. And this is what it is. So this new beginning is a new cycle. And this is the type of energy to help bring in this new cycle, and to bring down this energy is to embrace these type of energies. Kind of like we're going to a prom. Or our first date. Right? So this is going to be our first date with the cosmos, with this new energy that's coming in. Beautiful. All right. Jack of Diamonds. Yeah, something new again. The Jack of Diamonds is definitely something that's going into a new direction on Earth. Beautiful. Jack of Diamonds. Yeah, this is very youthful. This is a youthful type of energy. This is beautiful. This really goes well. So this youthful type of energy is coming off this card. Beautiful. Going into a new direction on Earth. And what are we here? Wow. We have a new beginning. See, yeah. It's a new beginning. This is the Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades, Ace of Air. A new consciousness. This is Big Bang energy. Stepping into a new consciousness. Our mind is being opened up. This air, right? And definitely, this type of energy it's fresh. It's heart chakra. This energy is coming off. It's coming off here. Something new again. Something pure. Something pure. Wow, but this energy is opening up into a Big Bang type of energy, into a new direction. Wow. All right. Let's go into a new direction and have a drink of tea. Beautiful. All right, let's open up this card right here. Here we have the energy of the Stork. This can be nurturing type of energy, but look at the energy. It's almost like the Stork type of energy. What's the first thing we think of when we think of a stork is migration, or when we see these big birds. But it's kind of strange. This energy is actually, the energy on the card is actually non-movement. Non-movement. That's the energy on the cards, is non-movement. They look kind of frustrated. They look like they have cabin fever. Looks like this one is kind of pecking on is bored and with cabin fever and pecking on the neck on this one. This is kind of bugging, and this bird is so bored. I don't know what it's doing, but this bird is totally ignoring this bird that's bugging it. It's kind of like this cabin fever type of energy. But I don't think every time this card that comes up, that's the energy I read, but I don't think it was intended for that. With the Stork energy. Change, movement. Because that's the first thing I do when I think of a stork. Well, besides this, what do we see? What do we think of when we see a stork is delivering a baby? It is. Maybe that's it. Maybe if we take on this type of energy, like this playful type of energy, like this inner child, maybe that's what it is. That's how simple it is. It's like a new birth. House. There's Cancer's energy right there. It's a foundation. Yeah, that's it. This foundation, this is security. Change and foundation and change. Beautiful. And that's the whole one thing about this initiation. It's actually to heal an old wound between the masculine and feminine. Because the solar eclipse already symbolizes this healing, but Chiron's energy teamed up with Mars. Chiron's energy is a paradox. Chiron teamed up with Mars. It actually heals an old wound between this opposition between the masculine and feminine. And is a bridge between the inner and outer. Inner and outer. And this is it. This is security and foundation, and this is change. This is more leaning towards a masculine type of energy, and this is a feminine type of energy. Beautiful. Clover. Wow, yeah. This card speaks for itself. The 4-leaf clover, good fortune. It's got the number 2 on it. And there's the key. There's Chiron's key. And there's Mars's strength and security. change. This has the 4-leaf clover. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there it is. Beautiful. Okay. Now let's pull one more card from the Art of Life. Oh, wait. Let's pull one more card to tie everything together. All right, thank you, Spirit. Inner. Okay, yeah. Okay. Here, for one card to tie everything together, Spirit picked the ship with the energy of the 3 on it, creativity, beautiful. And this, to me, this symbolizes movement right here. That's the energy on the card. Journey. This is a journey. This is a moving forward into a journey, into a soul journey. This is a ship that's going to take society across that great divide between the lower and higher realms. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to pull one more card. As an overall theme. Oh yeah, okay. King of Pentacles. Beautiful. King of Pentacles. And the peace. The portrait of King Charles. And the quote says, "Wealth stays with us a little moment, if at all. Only our characters are steadfast, not our gold." Beautiful. It's a beautiful quote. Wealth stays with us a little moment, if at all. Only our characters are steadfast, not our gold. There's our characters right here. Our inner abundance. And what's the whole point of one of the great functions of the chakra system is the chakra system absorbs cosmic energy and then metabolizes it, like the way we metabolize food. And After the chakra system, the chakras metabolize this energy from the cosmos. It feeds the different aspects of ourselves. It feeds the different aspects of ourselves. So we can express this energy outward. Like our true nature. But to absorb this cosmic energy, this is what Spirit is saying, to absorb this cosmic energy, it helps to balance our energies out. And this is our inner character, right? When we absorb this cosmic energy, if we take on these type of energies, embrace these type of energies, it can allow in and absorb this cosmic energy more easily. And when we can metabolize this energy, it feeds aspects of ourselves, like these aspects. And when these aspects of ourselves are balanced, we can radiate this energy and express this energy outwards. And that's our spiritual handlers. And that's our true nature. And this is what this quote is referring to, is our characters are steadfast. Not the material. The material definitely helps, but it's saying it's not the only thing. I mean, what really lasts is our soul. If we have inner strength, or our character is strong on the inside, we can express it outwards as our true nature. And that's one of the reasons why this full moon is happening, is to heal that old wound between the inner and outer. And once that old wound is healed, it's this process right here. If our inside is balanced, we can absorb that cosmic energy more easily. If our inner is balanced, we can have an inner awakening. Our inner our inside awakens. And it can metabolize this cosmos energy, and it feeds different aspects of ourselves that make us unique. And this is part of the energy of this full moon, is to awaken this, our inner child, our inner selves. When these two are healed and united, then the inner can be expressed outwards. Our energy can be expressed outwards. And so our true nature can be expressed in the sun. And that's how we get our spiritual antlers. Beautiful. Well, this has been spring and summer moonology. The intent is to synergize the strawberry and buck full moons into a reading, into a timeless message. Thank you, Spirit. Take care and God bless.